this Google Meet because I have some work to do that. That's why, because our university today, we are going to launch the online PhD Viva Voice. Ours is the first department is going to launch the online PhD Viva Voice. That's why a little bit late to come online. Sorry for my delay. Right. Today my topic is COVID-19, lockdown technology, adaptation, teaching, learning, and students' engagement. This is my topic. As all you know that now we are in quarantine period. So we know very well how people are suffer during this period. Not only our country, all over this world. How we suffer that, how we suffer in the sense how we change our routine life. Okay. So now we are living in somewhat very suffering status of lifestyle. We completely changing our routine lifestyle. Somewhat we are not able to make it ourselves comfortable to lead such things, routine activities today's life. So this is common to all, but my topic is only focusing on educationalists, okay, academicians like we people. We people in the sense not only in the teaching fraternity and also the students. How students engage themselves and how we engage ourselves during this lockdown period. Right? That's why I chosen this topic. Technology adoption, teaching, learning, and students' engagement. Right. So first, I just want to say a few words about my topic. So COVID-19, as all we know that it's a pandemic, is the first and foremost health crisis. Okay. This is my first slide of my presentation. This is about a small introduction of my presentations. COVID-19 pandemic is the first foremost health crisis. Okay. So as we know that that pandemic is only affecting the health, but in another side, it not only affecting the humans, it also affecting the psychological attributes. Okay. Because we people not able to do our routine activities. That's why we suffer a lot in psychological point of view. Okay. And maximum that family person or a professionalist, they just engage themselves to do some other, family oriented work. But how the students engage themselves to do that work? Because they are not able to go outside, they are not able to do any other extracurricular activities outside the house. Because we are in a lockdown period. So how they engage themselves? How teachers ask the students to engage themselves to do something depending on academic oriented activities. Right. So it not only depending on the health crisis, it also for the psychological oriented crisis. When it comes to the education sector, many countries have closed down schools and universities. So that educational, health crisis is only depending on that people who are in the age of above 40 and above. Okay, that is, if they are not depending on any educational forums, they suffer a lot in health-oriented activities. But apart from that, the education sector, how that education sector suffer, how that education field face difficulties. Right, we people know that the beginning stage, the government announced to postpone the 12th examinations and announced to postpone the 5th examinations and the 8th examinations. And finally, they cancelled the 5th examinations and 8th examinations. That just announced all the students up to 9th standard, they got passed. That level of announcement government released them. But we hope that government definitely will engage the 10th examinations very soon. Government also gave a lot of assurance for conducting the 10th examinations. But unfortunately, yesterday we got the news. The government once again cancelled the 10th examinations and it just asked all the teaching fraternity to give that mark depending on their internal examinations as well as their attendance certificates. So the government cancelled the 10th examinations also. So that's a level of education sectors. Education sectors suffer a lot. Okay, because if the government will conduct the examinations for the students will come and attend the examination. If any one of the students are affected by this coronavirus, means then immediately government have to take the responsibility of this disease. So this issue will make that very great problem in the overall state as well as the country. The government should take all the responsible things. That's why government doesn't take any a bad decision to do that. That's why government immediately cancel the examinations and just announce all the students got passed. So that's the way the schools they are suffering about, and also the universities that are upcoming. Maybe the universities and the college students will get the same news. The government asks all the colleges and the universities authorities to promote the students to the next year, to announce the result of all the students who are passed. Maybe the universities and college students will get the news in future. Maybe there is a chance. Okay, because the problem at present, what's the level of coronavirus is going on? It doesn't have any full stop during this period. It's a never-ending process. That's why. Okay, that's why it's a big issue, right? Especially in this education sectors. That's why the many countries they have closed down schools and universities. Students and the students assess are also moving online. That's why the schools and the colleges they'll assess students through online classes. And the second slide. My second slide. Who is going to operate that? Who is going to present this? Vasant Kumar. Are you able to hear that? Vasant? Vasant, are you able to hear that?
Yeah, sir.
Change the second slide. My second slide.
Sir, yes, sir. Network issue, sir. Already I'm.
You change.
Right, sir.
Okay. Right. So my second slide is about study that is how the way that process. See, this study demonstrates on following research questions. It studies that online process, that assessment, how the teachers assess the students through online. This assessment studies demonstrate on following research questions. The first question: how technology adoptions, teaching, learning students, engagement, and faculty experience influenced during COVID-19 lockdown. That is because maximum number of courses they don't have any satisfaction for assessing students through online. Because of course, in my point of view, online assessment it won't get that 100% of result of the students knowledge gain. Okay, because if the students if we want to get that 100% of success for this online process assessment means we have to follow the students present online. Students have interest to attend online classes, right? We people are present. We are conducting a lot of online classes to my students, to our students. Maximum number of students they have interest to attend the classes in the beginning. Of course, the beginning we could get 100% of attendance of the students to online classes, but whether they attend the class or whether they attentive to listen the class, we don't know that. We can't ask the students to unmute their video and unmute their audio during the lecture hours. Once we complete the lecture hour, then we just ask the students to unmute the video and unmute the audio to ask the questions. But now I am giving a lecture to you. Then how it is possible to ask all the participants in the forum to unmute their audios and unmute their videos? It's somewhat impossible. Then once I complete my lecture, then I just ask you to do that. So, and this is also that answer of this question: how technology adoptions, teaching, learning, and students' engagement and faculty experience influence during COVID-19 lockdown. Okay, that is also this how far that the students utilize that, how far the teaching fraternity utilize this. Okay, that answer somewhat such a questionable one. Then next one is based on our research question. The research objective is development to understand the technology adoptions, teaching, learning, student engagement, and faculty experience influence during COVID-19 lockdown. See, based on the research question, the research objective is development. And in the beginning stage of this online courses, and maximum number of people they just adopt themselves to attend the classes, especially the students, specifically they have a lot of interest to attend the online classes. At present, the school level online classes are going on. The maximum number of students they have a lot of interest to attend the classes. Of course, I mean some of the school students, I mean their parents force them to attend the class. That's also the things going on, right? But how it is possible how the students attend the class online without having any disturbance? That also is another big question. Okay, let us discuss that things later. First, we will discussing about all those things. To understand the technology adoption, teaching, learning, students' engagement, and faculty experience influence during COVID-19 lockdown period. Okay. See, and during this COVID-19 lockdown period, the faculty they are ready to take the class online. So how the faculty will take the class offline, the same way they will take the class online. And how the faculty will give information for offline classes, the same way the faculty will give the information for online classes. That's all. But the question is how the students attentive to attend the class. I mean, in offline classes, we could see the students' responsibilities and we could listen and we watch the students' responsibility inside the classroom in offline teaching. But we are not able to watch the students' responsibilities on online classes. Okay, that also is another question. The next one. To arrive at the conclusion of following research, methods are used to collect the data from respondents and to understand the technology, adoption and teaching, learning, students' engagement, and faculty experience influence during COVID-19 lockdown period. So, what sort of conclusions we people get through this research? The conclusion is, of course, we could collect more information regarding the topic and we will give more information to the students regarding about the topic. But at the same time, how the students understand and how the students got all those points through the online classes. That's a big question. Okay, so but the major point is through online classes, we could collect more information, we could collect more data, and we can give all those things to the students. The students will get the more benefits. Okay, that's the result of this research. This research, the research on the technology adoption and teaching and learning, students engagement. That is the research. How we adopt the technology to teaching and how we adopt that, how the students adopt the technology to learn. Okay, how faculty adopt the technology for teaching and how students adopt the technology for learning. Okay, so we just take that topic like this, right? The faculty adopt the technology for teaching, the student adopt the technology for learning. Okay, right? So that is a research result. Okay, right? But it has somewhat good effort. It has somewhat good result. Because at present situations, there is no way. This online teaching, it is available not only in present scenarios. That online teaching process, the maximum many foreign countries they introduced this online teaching some 5 or 10 years back. But we people only come to know and come to utilize this online teaching only this COVID-19 lockdown period, because the beginning stage of online teaching, we did not know the value of these tools. We did not know how we utilize and how we use these tools to the students, and of course the students they don't know how they utilize these online tools. But because of that situations, there is no way to escape from this kind of tools. We have to adapt ourselves to utilize and to use this kind of tools for our teaching process, especially the faculty. And the students also, they have to utilize this kind of tools for their learning process. Okay, that is. So that's why we people now are running behind that kind of technological tools. And next slide, COVID-19 technology adoptions. So we can say that COVID-19 technology adoptions. People resist change without understanding the need and the importance of it. See this? So we don't want to change our lifestyles, and we don't want to change any teaching tools, right? But if the necessity rise, if the necessity come, and if we come to know the importance, and if we come to know the understanding of the tools, then we immediately will change them. The situations. When a situation arises, all should adapt to change willingly or unwillingly. Of course, as we are teaching fraternity, we people are using this online tools. Unwillingly or unwillingly. But that is no way. We have to utilize and we have to use these online tools for our student learning process and for our teaching learning process. Okay, that is. And this was a situations which occurred to teaching fraternity too. Okay, teaching fraternity too means because at present scenario, maximum number of the teaching fraternities, they do not know how to utilize and how to use this online tools. Teaching online course. Okay, so last 2 weeks, I conducted that online classes for my students. I invited a lot of resource persons in and around our country. Okay, maximum number of resource persons, they do not know how to use the online tools, teaching tools. I just asked them to come on the trial, rehearsal for this class before the commencement of the day, and they came, and I gave all the practice and all the training to the resource person, and the resource persons will do all those things the next day of the class. So just like this way, I just conducted the online classes to my students. Okay, so that is why here, this was the situations which occurred to teaching fraternity. Okay, Indian higher education institution has used various pedagogy for innovation, development, and engagement of the students. So Indian higher education, human research development, and UGC or HRBC, they introduce a lot of tools for this online teaching process. Even they introduce a lot of online free courses, Swayam and MOOC. Okay, they introduce a lot of online free courses, but they not only introduce all those online free courses at present, they introduce all those things some 5 years back. But we people do not know all those things. Only depends on the situations arise, and we come to know all those online tools. Okay, and next slide. Many faculties have resisted that change when they have been asked to take virtual classes or students. See, that is no way. So the faculties automatically they have to adapt themselves to take the virtual classes for the students. Hence we don't have any possibility to ask students to come on offline classes. So because still we are in a lockdown period, how it is possible? So that's a big number of questions. So that's why we immediately change ourselves. We immediately adapt ourselves. Teaching fraternities. We have to immediately adapt ourselves to take the online classes, the virtual classes to our students. Next, and a couple of training was provided by the management of the institution. Hence, the faculty will not face any difficulties on the same. Just now I told that. So, the last 2 weeks I conducted online classes to my students for inviting a lot of resource persons in and around India. So, but the maximum number of faculties, the teaching faculties, they do not know how to, use this online course for teaching. Then I'll ask them to come at trial persons before the day, and I gave a training to the teaching faculties, and they come to take the class the next day. The same way, the management wants to do all those things, all those teaching things through online means they have to give the proper training to the faculty members, how to take the class online, how to operate the systems, and how to use this online tools. The management should take the responsibilities to give the training to the faculties. Okay. Then, and as everything is your mindset, the faculty has to change their mindset towards a virtual classroom. See, this is also very important part, the mindset. Okay, because this is very new to us. Okay, very new to us. As a faculty, if the faculty has more than 10 years or a minimum 5 years experience for teaching field, during that minimum 5 years teaching experience, they took the class only through online. Okay, so I said only through online during these 5 years. Okay, and they just immediately change the mindset to take the class online. How it is possible? So the mindset of taking class is very important, right? Because offline classes somewhat slightly different from online classes. It doesn't have it doesn't have a lot of difference between online classes and offline classes. Only that slight difference. That's all. But listening classes, online classes and offline classes has a lot of difference. Okay, because taking classes and learning and listening classes, we can split these two ways. Taking classes, we are following the same methodology, we are following the same thing. Almost just put it in a PPT, we take the class. But in online, it is somewhat for students, because the students they definitely they are not facing any disturbance during the classes. They have to maintain their atmosphere like that, but it's sometimes very difficult. Okay, because as we know the mentality of students while we are taking offline, okay, inside in the classroom, right? How the students attentive to listen to the class, we know very well. Then the same way, the same subject, the same methodology we are using to take the class online means how it is possible to make the students attentively attend the class. That is a big question. Okay, that is. So we have to fix our mindset. Okay, whether the students they have interest to attend the class or not, whether the students listen in the class or not, it doesn't matter. The only thing is that we have to we have to take a class for attentive. Okay, right? The students centric oriented. Okay, now okay, that is so we have to fix our mindset. We have to fix our mindset. Right. So once we don't have that level of mindset for taking virtual classes means definitely we feel very difficult to take the class. So the first thing is as a faculty we have to fix a mindset to take the class. So as a faculty we have to adapt ourselves to use this technology for the betterment of students. Students improvement of students gaining knowledge, their career. Okay, right? Only things that is very important. The next slide. Technology adoptions was released and we never thought it going to be so smooth in functioning was one of the key opinions. Say this, technology adoption was released and we never thought it is going to be so smooth in functioning was one of the key opinions. Okay, so we of course it's a 100% true, because we never thought that we people completely adopt ourselves to take the class through online. See that did we imagine this kind of situations arise in situations in the past? No. Okay. Suddenly that the whole completely change all their activities. The whole, not only our country, not only our state, not only our city, the complete world, they just change their complete regular and activities of their routine lifestyles. we never think about it. But it's a please one. It's a very important one. Okay, so it has the coin has two sides in the same way. This technology adoptions are also both merit as well as a positive as well as a negative. Okay, but we have to take only the positive way. Okay, that is, see, after the adoption of technology, faculty are using virtual modes for meetings, guest sessions, and faculty development programs like this, and students mentoring and club activities, online and the various competitions for faculty and students. See, once we adapt ourselves for using these online tools, then we will conduct all those academic activities through online. Academic activities means the virtual modes of meeting and guest lecture and faculty development programs and students mentoring and club activities and whatever that. Even at present, we are attending a lot of quiz programs through online. Okay, right? So once we utilize and once we properly use these online tools for gaining a knowledge, means definitely we are very pleasing to attend that kind of classes. We don't want to get any strain for attending the classes. Right? That of course we don't want to make any strain to invite the resource persons for giving a lecture. So we just create a link and we send the link to the resource person, and the resource person, they are ready to take the class. They don't want to come all the way from very long distance. They can simply sit their place and they can simply take the class. At present in our university today, the PhD is going on. See, this the resource person is in Haryana. That the external examiner is in Haryana. That the internal examiner is in Chennai. The candidate is in Coimbatore. See, this in our university. See how the way we are conducting the online PhD Viva. That the candidate is here, our university Coimbatore. That the guide is in Chennai. That external examiner is Haryana. See, now we are conducting the PhD Viva. The Viva is also going very smooth. See, that only thing is that we should have the proper internet connections and we should have the proper materials. That means that the technology. If we have all those things in proper way, means then we don't face any difficulties conduct that. Okay, that is. See, once we adapt ourselves for using the technology, and we will do all those educational activities through online. Technology has created a revolution in the Indian higher education system, and it is widely accepted by all due to the crisis. See, it is definitely the technology, especially this teaching material, teaching tool will create that big revolutions in the Indian higher education system. Okay, of course, maximum many foreign countries they are using. They have been using these technological tools for 5 years since the 2010 or since 2000. They have been using the tools, but we people, we just adapt only as the present situation. Just 2 months or 3 months back, only we adapt ourselves to use this technology tools for taking classes and learning subject and gaining knowledge. See, so this technology definitely will create a big revolution in Indian higher education systems. That is no doubt. It is widely accepted. We have to accept that. Okay, so there is no chance to deny that point. We have to accept these things. It will make a big revolution in our Indian higher education systems, and it will solve all the crises in educational systems. Okay, crisis in the sense of problems. Definitely, this educational tools, online education school will solve all the educational crises. Okay, so that is 100% true. And next one, how the teaching and learning, COVID-19 teaching and learning. So of course we can give the name like that. Okay, we can give that. Usually we are giving a name online teaching and learning, and instead of online we can use the COVID-19 teaching and learning. Instead of online, we can use this word COVID-19. Okay, so the at present scenario, both the institution are same. It doesn't have any difference. Teaching and learning are always in demand. And when faculty hear about lockdown due to COVID-19, it was a challenge for faculty to look this as an opportunity to go for virtual classrooms, virtual learning and teaching. This is somewhat a good opportunity as well as a challenge of the faculty first. Why I just point out especially the faculty? Because the students, they don't face any problem for using. We all know that because at present you could see that only the students are having very costly mobile phone. Only students are having all the technological tools. Of course, I mean maximum number of faculties, we people ask our students to know how to operate this mobile phone or laptop or any online tools. We just ask our students to know all those things. We just ask the help from our students to know all those things. Okay, so the students, they don't face any difficulties and they don't face any challenge for using these online tools. Only the faculties like our people. We people are facing a lot of challenge and a lot of difficulties for using online tools in the beginning stage. Once we came to know how to use all those online tools, means that after that we don't face any problems. We can easily handle and we can easily take that. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so we can easily handle that. So that's why I just to point out that only the teaching faculty, they are facing a lot of problem for using online tools beginning stage. The students, they never face the problem for using online tools technology. Next, with the crisis, there is a wide adoptions of technology in teaching and learning process. Okay, see this the crisis, that is of course in all the area we have the problems. In all the area we have problems, and not only that online, of course offline also. Offline in the what's the problem we are facing offline teaching? Lack of getting materials, the first things, and the disturbance and the attentive of the students listen in the class. Okay, but in the online, we don't bother about it. Now I am taking a class to you. So at present, 35 people are present to listen my lecture. But I don't know whether you are listening, whether you are present or not. But I'll give the lecture. I just try to complete my work for giving a lecture to you. Okay, that is. But we don't face any problem for our mindset to taking it classes. Okay, immediately Rajkumar answering the thing or listening, sir. Good, right? So that is somewhat of a response from Rajkumar. Thank you, Rajkumar. And next. These are the crises while we are adapting ourselves to taking teaching or a learning process through online. Okay, and next, the tools used by faculty during lockdown for teaching and learning through online courses are. What are the tools we are using online at present? At present, we are using Zoom, Google Hangouts, Google Meet, and Skype Meetup, and Google Classrooms, and LMS, and ICT, and YouTube, etc. We are using a lot of online tools. We are using a lot of online tools for taking classes, for teaching and learning process through online. Okay, right? So of course, these are the app already we have that. At the same time, we don't know the usage for using this kind of online tools. Okay, right? That is a situation arise, and people immediately they came to know how to utilize these online tools for a teaching and learning process. Okay, right? These tools have been available some 5 years back that Play Store, but we didn't know that. Okay, at present, that is a situation arise, and there is no way to escape from online teaching, and we have to learn this process. Now we know very well how to use the Zoom app and how to use the Google Meet and how to use the YouTube. Okay, so we know very well using these online tools for teaching and learning process. And next, many institutions conducted a faculty development programs online to gear up the positivity among faculty during the crisis. Say this faculty development program. I also attended that 14 days, not only 14 days, 21 days, the faculty development program organized by Ramanujan College, Delhi. Okay, joined with the NHRD. Right? So, through that faculty development program only, I came to know how to operate these online tools. Say, now, if you want to record these lecture reads, then I can easily record the background software of OBS. See this, so the OBS tools we can utilize for recording our classes, and I come to know a lot of online tools. How to frame that online program with the help of the Google form. How to generate a certificate, online e-certificate to the participants. All those things I came to know only through this online faculty development programs. Not only that, the Ramanujan College organized that program. At present, maximum number of colleges and universities engaged 2 days, 1 day, and 5 days, 7 days faculty development programs. And this is one of the best faculty development programs. You come to know how to utilize and what are the benefits for online tools for teaching and learning process. Okay, see this. And next one is many institutions conducted a faculty development program online to gear up the positivity among the faculty during the crisis. Okay, that is, of course, now I am also telling what are the positive points of that online teaching and learning process. Of course, it has some of the negative points, but we don't bother about this. Offline also we have a lot of positive points as well as a negative. The same way that online also we have a lot of positive as well as a negative, but we take only the positive point. This is a very good effect, and is also the very good methodology for taking a class to online. And next slide. Faculty feel there is no much difference between online and offline sessions, as they can share PPT, play videos, and use board and marker as regular classroom. That's the same thing I told earlier on this lecture. Okay, there is no difference. There is no difference between the offline classes and online classes. Same. Teaching is the same. Okay, for our teaching process there is no change. We are using the same method, but the learning, the listening, we don't know that. Okay, the students' mentality. Okay, and we can fix our mindset to take the class to online, but how the students fix their mindset to listen the class online, we don't know that. Only that negative we are having for taking a class to online. But we have a lot of positive points. We have a lot of positive points. Feel very comfortable and feel very good, and we can easily fix our mindset. Okay, these are the benefit and these are the positive points for taking online classes. Okay, and this has created a revolution in the higher education institution and proved and the hybrid system of teaching through offline and online mode. See, I also already told this point. Okay, definitely this online teaching methodology will create a big revolution in Indian higher education system. Definitely. Okay, so you people are seeing that every day people are receiving so many WhatsApp forwarded messages for conducting online program, online faculty development program, and online national level webinar, international level webinar. We people are receiving so many messages, WhatsApp messages. Okay, see that how that online tools will create that big revolution in Indian higher education system. Right? Instead of getting a good morning, good afternoon, good night message, we people are at present getting a lot of online courses messages. Okay, right? So at present situations, as a teaching faculty, At present, I am having around 30 certificates, online course certificates. I have attended 30 online programs, 30 including a PP, including a national and international webinar, and including quiz programs. Now I am having 30 certificates. See, before that situations arise, that means that the COVID-19, it is highly impossible to attend even one national level seminar or a national level conference or a faculty development program. It's highly impossible. We have to completely work out our timetable. That means the work schedule. Then only we can attend that national or international seminar or conference or activity. But at present, okay, there is no issue there. So we can feel comfort to attend that kind of a national, international seminar, conference, and FTP and online programs. That's a revolution. That is a revolutions of Indian higher education system. Okay, that is it. And through the hybrid system of teaching through offline and online. And next, the students' engagement. How we engage the students. Student engagement is a challenge today, tomorrow, whether offline or online. Just now I told them it's a very big challenge for a teaching fraternity for engage, for making the students to engage in themselves. Today or tomorrow or whenever that, okay, right? It's a very, very big task and big challenge for all the teaching faculties members. And initially, faculties had lots of dissonance towards students' engagement during the lockdown. When faculty started taking sessions online, they were shocked to see students' attendance is 20 times better than regular class sessions, and it was almost 100% attendance while engaging them virtually. It is 100% attendance at present, right? In the beginning stage. Okay, right? And I just give that example of my students' attendance. They are giving 100% attendance, but I don't know whether they are listening the class or not. Okay, that is. See, I mean, this is also sort of big challenge of faculties. Okay, because we have to engage the students, but we are not able to compel or we are not able to force the students to engage themselves. Okay, but they can present. But the thing is whether they are attend or not, whether they are listen or not. That is a very big question. Okay, that is the first thing. And there is various initiative from the Ministry of Human Resource Management, that is MHRD, on offering free SWAM courses. Just now I told that lot of free SWAM courses they are offering through online. So, I mean, in our university, we just ask our students to attend the online courses, not only for students and also for the faculty members. Okay, so we people also having a lot of online courses, free online courses. Okay, it's a valid one. It's a valid one. Which are the online courses you are attending? Which are online courses organized by that institution or someone? But that institutions should tie up with the MHRD. That certificate must be valid one. There is no doubt. Okay, so which are the certificate value? Which are the certificate will take for SKS and promotions and for job-oriented activities means only the program with the tie-up MHRD. That program certificate will get that high value. Okay, and meanwhile you could attend a lot of programs and also you can get the certificate from all the programs. But also the more value you can add all those things in your resume. Next, many institutions subscribe to online for students during the lockdown period. E-library sources and e-books have been shared with students. Okay, so many colleges, many institutions, okay, they just send the link, e-library, e-sources to their own students gaining knowledge oriented things. Apart from the regular virtual classes, engagement are various initiatives taken for students' engagements. Okay, see, only because of the students' engagement, because if we don't take any virtual classes to our students, definitely the students will get more diversion from their academic field. That's why we have to always make the students for engaging themselves to study something, to learn something. Okay, that is very important one. Okay, lot of online courses are there, lot of online sources are there. Okay, we just instigate the students to work out all those things, right? Okay, like we don't bother about the students' responsibility, then we just ask them to do the things. Okay, next slide. This was a form where students will have social interaction with each other as humans or social animals. Okay, we people know very well that we people are social. They need to collaborate, exchange their views and experience with each other, whether they are offline or online. Okay, see, there's also this. Just now I told that. Okay, we just ask the students to come online courses, but we don't know whether they are in the class or not. Okay, right? So that is yeah. I mean, as we are the social animals, but we have to collaborate with something. The something it means it should be that offline or online. Okay, but at present situations, we are not able to collaborate with anything on offline. So we can make all those things only through online. Okay, that's why. That is why that online is very important at present scenario. Hence, this was the forum created to exchange their ideas and give a gratitude. See this also is a great task, right? So we people are here are using a Google Classroom. Okay, already we people are using the Google Classroom for giving assignment to our students. The students also they submitted their assignment to this Google Classroom. Okay, and we people are using this online tools some minor purpose. Okay, some minimum reasons we people are using this online tools. But major, we have a lot of purpose to use this online tools. And see, she also added that club has also proposed for the writing competitions for students and faculty on COVID-19 lockdown, HRS perspectives. Okay. See, and we people are using that online tools. I already told that we can once we adapt for using online tools, we can utilize these tools for many purposes. Okay, right? See, and next slide. Faculty experience. Finally, how faculty experience to use these online tools for teaching and learning purpose. Faculty experience directly and indirectly influence faculty engagement and commitment. Okay, so just now I told that we people are already using these tools directly or indirectly. Okay, especially that WhatsApp and Google. Okay, so whatever the material we need, we immediately search the material through Google. Okay, and we can utilize this material for a teaching purpose to our students, right? But we are using this kind of technology tools for a minimum purpose. Okay, right? So, but at present scenario, we have to completely utilize these tools for a maximum purpose. Maximum in the sense there is no way to escape that. We completely utilize this tool and we completely take all those things. I mean, instructions or classes or seminar or a conference or a PP or a workshop, whatever that, or any quiz competitions, we only go through this online. That's why. And next, initially there was lots of disturbance in the minds and faculty when they have adapted for technology and virtual classroom. Of course, it's acceptable one. We people accept the things because in the beginning stage we are not able to easily adapt ourselves to handle the classes through online, handle these online tools. Once we experienced to use online this kind of online tools, that we can easily utilize that, and we can easily use this kind of online schools for teaching as well as a learning purpose. Okay, but we have to know that we have to know how to utilize this. We have to know how to handle online tools. Okay, so without at present situations, without having these kind of online tools, that is highly impossible to make it ourselves as teaching faculties in universities or colleges or in a school. Okay. As they started experiencing it, it becomes like a habit. They started loving teaching students online. It's 100% true. Once you experienced for taking a classes through online, it's just like a loving teaching experience. You love to take the class through online. You love to take the class. Once you experience online teaching, but you should have that experience for taking a class through online. That's a very important one. Okay, so don't hesitate. It's a very, very easiest thing to take the class through online. It doesn't have any difficulties. It's a very easiest one. Okay, right? And next time, limitation and future scope for the study. I made the research and I made the study for this. And what is that scope further? Once we start to use online tools, then what are the scope we have in future? How I limit this topic. See, this study is confined to the positive side of COVID-19 and change in the education sector by adopting to technology, teaching and learning, and engaging students with the various virtual sessions. Okay, see this. Once we adopt that, we can easily engage ourselves to do all those things through online. Okay, so we don't feel any difficulties. So now, present, if you want to conduct a national seminar, that is nothing difficult. Previously, if you want to conduct that national seminar means, we have to fix the resource and we have to fix the transport facilities for a resource person and accommodation for the resource person. And we just arrange for the refreshment and lunch and certificates and places. Okay, like we have a lot of problems for conducting offline national seminar or a state level seminar or an international level seminar or a conference or a workshop or a FTV and whatever the program in the previous. We face a lot of difficulty. But at present, we don't have any problem. We can easily fix the resource person and we ask the resource persons to come online the particular date and the particular time, and we created the link and we send the link to the resource person. The resource person will be ready to take the class online the particular date, and we send the same link to the students and we just send the message to the students. You people come to online the particular date and time, and you will be having the lecture on this topic. That's all. We can easily conduct the national or international seminar or a conference. Nothing is difficult. And we can easily generate a certificate. Once the lecture, the seminar, the resource person gave the lecture, and we send the feedback form link. Once that the participants fill up the feedback form, and we immediately send the certificate to the participants. Okay, it will automatically generate that. It doesn't have any problems. Okay, so all those things will do automatically. See this, emotions and perceptions of faculty towards the usage of technology and experience are different for different users. See this, different for the different users, definitely. Okay, right? Emotions and the perceptions of faculty towards the usage. Like I could see this. If the faculty is a youngster, the resource person is a youngster, means the resource person nothing difficult to give the lecture through online because they can easily handle the technology. But if the resource person is a senior person, aged person, is that some particular senior resource person, the aged resource person, they feel very difficult to use this online tools for giving a lecture through online. Only that. But once they give one or two lecture through online, then they come to know how to give the lecture through online. The third lecture, they can easily give the lecture, okay, through online. They do not feel any difficulties. Okay, that is a different experience for the different users, right? And as all of us know, we are not United States when it comes to data consumption and usage. And finally, okay, எல்லாருமே சொல்றாங்க that we as I request my students to come online means at present the students some of the students immediately ask them, sir, what about our data, sir? Because we are the classes are consuming a lot of data. We are having only the minimum level of data capacity, sir. The next problem, only this data consuming problem. Okay, there is no way we can't do anything for that. We just ask all the students to recharge their data. Okay, and we just ask us to come online. Okay, that concept we can't do anything. That's why, as all of us know, we are not the United States when it comes to data consumption and usage. Right? Only that part we feel some minimum difficulties, the data consumption. In India, we have lots of technical uses when it comes to data consumption and usage. See, that is also quite natural in our country. Future researchers consider this as a research gap and focus on various other modes to collect true empirical support and analyze for better results. See, the research considered this as a research gap. Okay, this is a gap of the top. Only this is a big gap of the top. Okay, the gap is the data consumptions. That's all. And also focus more on a hybrid system of education that is a combination of both online and offline. And finally, I conclude that it has created a revolution in the Indian higher education system, as there was lots of resistance in teaching fraternity towards adapting to technology pre-COVID-19 crisis, and due to the situations, most of the faculty of the higher education institution has adopted technology and started taking virtual classes and their experiences. Great, of course. At present, the maximum number of teaching fraternity, they took online classes. They are taking online classes. They have been taking online classes for the last 2 months. There is no way. And their experience, great. Their experience is great. They love to take online classes. Once we experience to take online classes, then you love to take online classes. Okay. The thing is, you start to take online classes. Right? Virtual engagement of students better than normal classroom, and attendance is almost 100%. We don't bother about the students' attendance. Now the students' attendance is almost 100% student attendance. And hence, educationalist policy makers, this as innovations and creation from these institutions and start implementing a similar approach to other education sectors, such as undergraduate colleges and universities. I would like to conclude with a statement that this study is not creating hype for a virtual classes tool. Our intention was to project the innovation adopted by higher education institutions during the crisis. The teaching fraternity doing a great job, and be proud of our professions. So, during this COVID-19 period, there is no way we have to adapt ourselves to take the virtual classes. Okay, so we can't escape from that, and there is no need to escape from this kind of virtual classes. So we love to take the virtual classes, and we love to adapt ourselves to take this kind of online classes. Okay, and we are doing a great job in this society. Okay, so we should be proud of our teaching fraternity. We should be very proud of our professions. Okay, I hope. Thank you, friends, for your patient listening. And I hope definitely you'll get some few useful information through my lecture. If you have any questions, then you can ask me. Money. Vasanth Kumar.
Yeah, sir, I'm there. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes. Is Mani online? Is Dr. Mani
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Yes, that question from Meena Devi. The possibility of going back to traditional classroom without technology. As per my opinion, and we don't go for the traditional classroom activities. So we have to move the next level of teaching. Okay. Of course, the traditional level of teaching practices it was good. Okay, it is good, but in the future generation, students they just want to adapt themselves doing something, some other activities only through online. Okay, so there is no possibility to go back to traditional classroom, and there is no possibility to go back to traditional classroom without technology. Only with technology we can go back. Okay, that is, we can do that. We can do with the help of the technology. We can do that. Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you, Saraswati Connections, for your feedback. Yes, that is possible because at present scenario we don't differentiate that rural background students and city students. All the students they know very well to handle the technology. They know very well to use the technology. Only the thing is they have a communication problem. That's all. But for handling the technology, they don't have a problem. They can easily handle that. Yes, the same point I already told that while I am giving a lecture, I told the same point. Renuka Devi. Yes, that online classes it has a positive, it has a lot of positive. The negative is we don't know whether the students listen to the class or not because we ask the participants to unmute their video and audio. How is possible to know that? We don't know that, but there is no way. Okay. We have only the students they should have an interest to attend the class for gaining for improving their own knowledge. That's all. Thank you, Chandrasekhar, for your feedback, and thank you, Saraswati Suresh, for your feedback. Thank you. Thank you all the participants for your patient listening. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, sir. This is Rajkumar, sir. I would like to talk to you, sir. So first of all, I would like to say thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for you spending a very timely schedule. You are spending your valuable time to us.
Thank you, Dr. Raj.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I would regret my coming late for this lecture because you know that online biggest supervised today.